السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين وتابعيهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, today it is Sunday the 12th of the month of Rajab 1443, and this matches the 13th of February 2022. And this is our 51st session going through the book Elixir, which is the digest and the summary of Madaarij al-Salikin by Imam Ibn al-Qayyim. And we are doing the station of al-Wara'a, which we called Heightened Piety. And this is our second session in that. Today, the Sheikh speaks about فوائد التورع بتجنب القبائح, the benefits of tawarru', having this quality of heightened piety, by you avoiding things that are ugly, or actions or characteristics that are not good or horrible. إحداها, one of these benefits of wara', صون النفس, to protect yourself, وهو حفظها وحمايتها عما يشينها, and that is for you to preserve it and to guard it or safeguard it from the things that will make yourself look ugly and horrible. شين, عما يشينها, ويعيبها ويزري بها عند الله وملائكته. You will protect yourself from the things that will make yourself look ugly, will make yourself be flawed, يعيبها, and will bring it down, will make it looked down upon. يزري بها, it will make yourself, whatever that makes yourself look down upon, with Allah and subhanahu wa ta'ala and his angels. Right? So when you have this wara', you will protect yourself from being looked down upon by Allah, by his angels, even وَعِبَادِهِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, his believing servants, وَسَائِرِ خَلْقِهِ, and the rest of his creation. All of them, they will look up to you rather than look down upon you. Why? Because you had wara', you protected yourself from the things that will make it look ugly, will mar yourself. عما يشينه. فإن كرمت عليه نفسه وكبرت عنده. If now the person has his self honored and noble in his sight, and he has his self of value, كبرت, has a big value with him, then صانها وحماها وزكاها وعلاها, he will protect it, he will safeguard it, he will sanctify it and purify it, زكاها, and he will also put it up high, علاها, he will make it be elevated, ووضعها في أعلى المحال, he will place his own self in the highest of positions, وزاحم بها أهل العزائم والكمالات. Not only that, he will compete, and he will join the crowds, he will crowd the other competitors who have high determinations and they have perfect qualities. Right? When people are interested in something, they gather together and they come into a crowd. Everyone wants to reach. Unlike that thing which people, it's undesirable, so the people, they don't care about it. It's undesirable. So the people, you will find one or two only, trying to get it. So the people of determination, the people of perfect qualities, if yourself is worthy in your eyes, you will find yourself joining the crowds and competing with them, right? ومن هانت, on the other side, ومن هانت عليه نفسه وصغرت, the one whom his own self is viewed to be low, right? He himself, he looks down upon himself, and his own self looks small and little to him. What he will do? ألقاها في الرذائل. If becomes small in his eyes, he will throw his own self in the low things, in the evil things, right? Despicable things. وأطلق شناقها وحل زمامها وأرخاها. He says, it's as if, if you have a riding animal, you have shinaq. Shinaq is the rope by which you hold it and pull it. And also like that, zimam, the rein or the harness, right? He said if his own self is lowly for him, he doesn't care about it, he will release the rope for it. And he will undo or release the rope and the rein or the harness. He will not harness it. He will just let it do what it wants. He will let it roam freely. Just go around. ودساها ولم يصنها عن قبيح. He will lower it. He will put it down, right? And he will not protect it from anything that is ugly and horrible quality, right? قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها, as in Surah الشمس. Allah made after making several oaths, this is what he is making an oath about. The one who purifies and sanctifies his soul, he's successful. And the one who lowers it and causes it to be falling into sins and this will be covered, hidden with sins and this immersed in sins and disobediences, he definitely has put it down. So that is the first thing about at-tawarru'. The benefit of wara' is that you will protect yourself and safeguard it from anything that will blemish it, right? Anything, spots that will be on it that will make it look ugly, right? Wara' gives you that quality. But this will work only for the one who views himself to be worthy, right? Now we have to differentiate, because all we were talking self, it was negative, huh? The bad qualities of the soul, the bad qualities of the self, that's what we were talking about. Here he's talking about the self, making it valuable and worthy, not in the sense of being too proud or too arrogant. لا, it's like you care for it. Like the difference between someone who's aziz, honored and mighty, and someone who is arrogant, right? The people might mix up those things, these two things. They will view someone to be arrogant when he is just valuing himself, giving it its right. Some people they won't accept. They do sadaqah and favor. They don't. Right. Someone might view it to be arrogance, and it could be in some cases, right, where someone he doesn't want to take anything from someone who is poor. Look, you give me this, no. Right, arrogant, right? But at the same time, you don't want to feel like you're begging, right? So to have self respect in a way that you don't want to be the lower hand, that's good. That's part of you honoring yourself, right? So that here he's talking about wara' will make you protect and safeguard yourself, but that's only if you are someone who cares about who you are, right? You care about putting yourself up. And we know that this is the case. Some people, for instance, knowledge, seeking knowledge, some people care about knowledge and they feel bad or sad that they are ignorant. And some don't care. He knows, he doesn't know, all the same to him. Why? Because his soul, his self is, he doesn't give it value. The second benefit of wara', he says, توفير الحسنات من وجهين, to save the good deeds from two aspects. توفير, right? توفير, وفر, to save, right? To save, saving account, right? And remember, we're trying to learn the Arabic too, يعني. Right? Saving account, حساب توفير, that's how they call it. Although they put the interest and the riba in it, which they call interest, or fa'ida, they call it in Arabic, right? They translated this modern thing, which basically is riba. That's what it is, right? طيب. You save your hasanat in two ways. If you have wara', with heightened fear and piety from Allah, in a way that you shy away from anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like, you will save your hasanat from two aspects. أحدهما, one of them, توفير زمانه على اكتساب الحسنات. You will save your time in a way that you dedicate it to earning good deeds. فإذا اشتغل بالقبائح, if he busies himself with evil actions and deeds and characteristics, نقصت عليه الحسنات أو نقصت عليه الحسنات. His good deeds will diminish, will decrease. التي كان مستعدا لتحصيلها, although he is prepared, he's ready to achieve and gain. Right? So the wara' will make you, shy away. You will save your good deeds, save hasanat. How? Because the soul, the self of the one who has heightened piety will not accept from him that he will waste his time in bad things. So in this way, he will dedicate his time to good things, good deeds, and therefore he will save. That's the first aspect of saving good deeds. Your soul will not allow you to waste the time in bad things because you have wara'. The second way of saving the good deeds, توفير الحسنات المفعولة عن نقصانها بموازنة السيئات أو حبوطها. He said, you will save the good deeds that were done from being diminished by them being put on the balance, being weighed against the evil ones, or by them being abolished. Right? As you know, you have done good deeds, you do evil deeds. On the day of judgment, they will be put on the balance, side, right side, and left side of the scale. Which one, right, is more? And alhamdulillah, yani one good deed is multiplied by 10. So if you have done one deed, it will weigh as 10. And if you have done one evil deed, it will weigh as 1. Right? So in order to match one good deed that you do it, in order to balance the scale, how many evil deeds you have to do? 10. Right? One good deed on this side is equal to 10 good deeds. Will be on the other side 10 evil deeds. So 1 will be equal to 10. Yani 10 evil deeds will cancel that one good deed that you have done. Right? So this is very important, this ones and tens. That's why they say, yani, how can your tens beat your ones? Right? how is that? Right? One good deed is 10 good deeds. Right? 10 good deeds. So if the evil deeds outweigh the good deeds, it means yani for every one good deed you're doing 10 evil deeds. وَالْعِيَاذُ billah. Right? Imagine. Or he says you will save them from being abolished. The good deeds, they can be cancelled out. Right? He said كما تقدم في منزلة التوبة أن السيئات قد تحبط الحسنات. As has preceded in the station of Tawbah, that the evil deeds may abolish and cancel the good deeds. And unfortunately, because we are doing the summary, the digest, I looked back in that section we did, there wasn't a discussion on this regard. Actually, the chapter he did on at-Tawbah, he said in the book, he said, you may not find what's in here anywhere else. And I've seen one of the scholars who's so keen about the books, right? And you ask him, he will tell you this book was printed 3 copies or 10 in 10 different places. This copy has this copy has that, the qualities, the advantages, disadvantages. Better you get that quality if you want this and this. And if you want that and that, get the other quality, the other copy with it too. And he is so into books. And he is known to be asked about that. When I see him talking about that, he said, Wallah, Ibn al-Qayyim is telling the truth. Yani, we know he's a truthful person. We don't need that. But then when you find someone who is like a, yani, astaghfirullah, yani, they say something, I think they use it in English too. They say a bookworm, a bookworm who's like really always about the books, right? And he's so, he knows so much about his life is books. He says, Wallah, he said that Tawbah, you don't find some of the sections there that he researched, the meanings that he researched and gave or wrote, you won't find it in any other book other than Madaarij al-Salikin. But we got only the summary, so that sparked in my mind. Inshallah, maybe next time we do that. I said, let's just do the section on Tawbah from Madaarij al-Salikin. Let's do all of it, right? We apologize for those who are watching as fell down, yani, but it's okay. So, this is one of the points, that the evil deeds might cancel out the good ones, and then this is something that is known. Or the good deeds may be wiped out. أن تحبط أعمالكم وأنتم لا تشعرون, like the beginning in Surah Al-Hujurat, lest that your good deeds will be abolished while you don't feel it, when you don't sense it, right? So someone, he thinks, mashallah, I have paid so much sadaqah. He comes, he finds all of it is cancelled, right? لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى. Do not invalidate your donations by man, yani telling the person you gave the money, I have given you this, I have given you that, showing a favor that you have done to him, right? والأذى, harming him with that, right? So, and the likes. And there are books that are authored about this, محبطات الأعمال, things that will abolish the good deeds, right? So he says, if you have wara', you will not diminish your good deeds by them being put on the balance with the evil deeds, and also you will save them from being cancelled out because you have wara'. If you have wara', heightened piety, you will never show off. You will never show a favor and speak to someone, humiliate him because you gave him a donation that you, as if you have done a favor to him, right? وَلِيَذُ بِاللَّهِ. Right? Yani, some people, tell me how much did I donate since the masjid was. So you were donating to me or donating to Allah, right? Like he wants to know how much and he wants to underline the amount that he gave. You gave fi sabilillah or you gave for sabil fulan. If it's for fulan to feel that you, mashallah, you have done him, right? Then go take reward from him. If you have done it fi sabilillah, what is this? Right? These are real things that are happening. Real things that are happening because people want to show what they have done, right? They want it to be known that, hey, I have done this and I have done that, right? And this in itself may either diminish the reward or, waliyadullah, might cancel it out completely. Right? So he said that evil deeds may abolish the good deeds. وقد تستغرقها بالكلية أو تنقصها. Those evil deeds, they may comprehensively cover all of the good deeds. They will make them like nil, zero, right? Or they might diminish them in reward. فلا بد أن تضعفها قطعا. So the evil deeds, they must weaken the rewards of the good deeds. فتجنبها, so for if someone avoids doing evil by having wara', heightened piety, يوفر ديوان الحسنات, it will save the book of good deeds from being diminished. وذلك بمنزلة من له مال حاصل. He said the example of this is like the one who has money that he already attained. He has this money, right? واستدان عليه, then he borrowed on top of that money that he has, he borrowed on top of it. فإما أن يستغرقه الدين أو أكثره أو ينقصه. Either this debt, he took borrowed money, so either this debt will cover all of his money that he already attained, or most of it, or it will diminish it. فهكذا الحسنات والسيئات. Likewise, the good deeds and the evil deeds. You know how people borrow money. You already have 10,000 and you borrowed 10,000 on top, right? You borrowed 10,000 on top, so where are you gonna get how you can pay back, right? 10,000 you borrowed, you will pay them with the 10,000 you gained, right? Or 10,000 you have and you borrowed 5, so you have to pay and you're left with 5. That's hasanat was sayyat is like that, the same thing, right? Those who are borrowing for business or borrowing to study or borrowing to purchase a house, or right, borrowing from people to purchase a house or purchase an item, they know what this means. You might make good money, but then all of it is going to pay the debts. That's what's happening. Same with hasanat and sayyat. So al-wara' will save your good deeds. والثالثة, the third benefit, and this is the last one, the third benefit of wara', heightened piety or fear of Allah, صيانة الإيمان, protecting faith, protecting your belief. لأن الإيمان عند جميع أهل السنة يزيد بالطاعة وينقص بالمعصية. Because Iman, according to all of Ahlus Sunnah, it increases by obedience and decreases by disobedience. وإضعاف المعاصي للإيمان أمر معلوم بالذوق والوجود. And the fact that sins and disobediences weaken faith, this is a matter that is well known by taste and well known by it being in existence. والوجود يعني you feel that from yourself when you والعياذ بالله commit sins, you feel you're down, your iman went down, right? You taste it and you feel it, you sense it that it happened. فإن العبد كما جاء في الحديث, for the servant as has come in the hadith, إذا أذنب نكت في قلبه نكتة سوداء. If he commits a sin, a black spot is placed on his heart. فإن تاب واستغفر صقل قلبه. If he repents and asks forgiveness, his heart is cleared, like a mirror is cleared from, the dirt on it. وإن عاد فأذنب نكت فيه نكتة أخرى. If he goes back to committing a sin, then another black spot will be placed on it, on the heart. حتى تعلو قلبه. Up until it surfaces his heart. It covers his heart. A spot, another spot, another spot, black, black, black. The heart becomes black. والعياذ بالله. Right? Some of the versions or narrations of this hadith, his heart becomes like a pitcher turned upside down. لا يعرف معروفا ولا ينكر منكرا. He doesn't recognize good and he does not censor evil. Right? Imagine a pitcher or a cup put upside down. If you pour water in it, where does it go? It's not going to go in the cup. It's upside down. Pitcher is upside down. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. Likewise, the heart becomes so blackened that good things come to it, it doesn't go through. It's so وَذَلِكَ, the hadith says, وَذَلِكَ الرَّانُ الَّذِي قَالَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى. That is the layer of rust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كَلَّا بَلْ رَانَ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ مَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. كَلَّا بَلْ رَانَ عَلى قُلُوبِهِمْ ما كانوا يكسبون. Surah Al-Mutaffifin, ayah number 14. Right? كلا بل. And usually there is a sakta here on the narration of Hafs that most of us recite with that. You stop here. كلا بل رana. No, rather the what they used to earn has formed a layer on their heart. So this heart is blackened with a layer of the effects of evil sins والعياذ بالله. فالقبائح تسود القلب. For evils, they blacken the heart. وتطفئ نوره, and they put out his light. والإيمان هو نور في القلب. Faith is actually light in the heart. والقبائح تذهب به أو تقلله قطعا. And the evil deeds, the horrible, ugly qualities, they either remove it, they remove the light, or they will definitely diminish the light and make it little. The light of faith. He said, Al-Hasanat tazidu nur al-qalb. While the good deeds, they will increase the light of the heart. وَالسَّيِّئَاتُ تُطْفِئُ نُورَ الْقَلْبِ. And the evil deeds, they put out the light of the heart. وَقَدْ أَخْبَرَ تَعَالَى. And he informed subhanahu wa ta'ala أَنَّ كَسْبَ الْقُلُوبِ سَبَبٌ لِلرَّانِ الَّذِي يَعْلُوهَا. That Allah Azza wa Jal informed us that what the hearts earn, right? What the hearts earn is a cause leading to the layer, the thick layer, the rusty layer, right? That will cover and envelop the heart. The heart will be enveloped with layers because of the sins. imagine, يعني if you imagine it physically, every time you sin, a dark spot, a dark spot, a dark spot, a dark spot, right? Up until the heart becomes completely black, right? وأخبر أنه أركس المنافقين في نفاقهم بكسبهم. And Allah Azza wa Jal informed that He made the hypocrites revert. He made them flip back into disbelief, right? In their hypocrisy. He made them revert in their hypocrisy because of what they have done, because of their what they have earned, right? Of the evil deeds. فقال سورة النساء 88 والله أركسهم بما كسبوا. Allah made them revert, retract, go back because of what they have earned. والعياذ بالله. So we will stop here, inshallah. I had in mind other things from the original, but we'll leave them for tomorrow. Tomorrow, inshallah, as I suggested, we'll try. We'll see if we like it, inshallah. We'll do between Maghrib and Isha. So we'll start with the first topic for like 20 minutes, half hour. We stop, then we do the Madaarij al-Salikin. So I expect us to start in Madaarij al-Salikin maybe 6:45, 10 to 7, right? Something like that, so that we will finish on time, inshallah, for Salat al-Isha 7:30. I know in the weeks coming, then the time will be shorter and shorter. Maybe we'll be then finished from the other book, Ad-Du'a, so the whole time between Maghrib and Isha will be for the Elixir, inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا.